Welcome in for Mother's Day. It is Sunday morning here, and it is the 14th of the 5th on a cool and brisk autumn day in the beautiful island of Tasmania. And thanks, it looks like we've got a bit of a peaceful Des raid. Good on you, Des. Absolutely awesome. We've got a bit of a crowd in. We've got Jerry. He's giving me the thumbs up on you, Jerry. Yeah, the Dark Lord. Welcome in, Beverly Moffat. Good to see you. And the YouTube police are here with a love raid from Des. That's thanks very much, Des. Much appreciated. There is Rebecca, the yarn ninja. I'll call her. I've had a very warm head this week, Rebecca. There's Jerry. He's coming back in again. Des is saying hi. Jerry is saying hi to everybody there. And Al Chave. Hey, hey, hey. It's Albert. I'll leave the first bit out. Yeah, so it's I hope all the mothers are having a fabulous weekend, whether their kids are around them or they get a lovely messages or phone calls or gifts. So I hope everyone's having a fantastic Mother's Day. Mother's Day as well is actually worldwide on the same day. I'm pretty sure it is everywhere. Yeah, thanks, Dark Lord. You cleaning? Dark Lord minute. I don't know what the minute's for. Maybe someone you can explain that to me. Yeah. So it's Father's Day is different, but our Father's Day is a different time zone from other parts of the world, which is just a bit strange. Where do we go here? I've got to go down here. Yeah, so it is Sunday morning our time, 8:33 a.m. and obviously 5:33 p.m. on the Saturday the 13th, if you're listening or watching on that side of the globe, which I'm sure most people are. And you get a few Aussies in. If you're an Aussie, give us a oi, oi, oi. And we'll, Blue Nose 1973. Blue Nose, welcome in. Good to see you. I don't think if I met you before, Blue Nose, I would remember a name like that. Anyway, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. And yeah, I went out yesterday for a nice canyon. We walked over the ridge of a canyon to the lookout point, and it was we went out filming, and well, that's not an oi oi oi, and we know you're not an Australian, but there we go, Jerry. I'll take that anyway. First time, thanks, Blue Nose. Good to see you, and welcome in. Yeah, we usually have a bit of a fun time and a bit of a talk about what's going on. But yeah, we went around the canyon at Leven Canyon yesterday, and um, that's good to know, Jerry. That's good to know. I still got ages to go, but I'm in no great rush. I'll get there when it gets there. I've been doing, yeah, a lot of changes have been going on. I've had a few things happen this week, which has been pretty cool. And we've got our regular Sunday morning guest. He's just about to arrive, and welcome in, Mr.
Hey,
Al.
you can't be putting a bit of a candy in
Yeah,
my mouth.
that's it, mate. Just pop them pills in early. You know what I mean? Get the water into you. What we got? Country.
Rosebuds.
They sound good.
Yeah. They're just little. They're just
Yeah.
little chocolates called rosebuds. They're really tasty.
Like a swirl? Is it like a swirl?
Um, maybe.
Because we got a brand of rosebuds, and they're like a. It's like they've been. Yeah, that's them.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, we've got them
they're
rosebuds.
very good for just snacking on.
Oh, anytime chocolate is good. Anytime, let me tell you.
Yeah,
So yeah, we went for this hike. I had my I put my mind into the expeditionary Johnny focus yesterday, and I said I'm going on this hike to this lookout at this canyon. And hey, Jamaican Farmers Hut, welcome in. And the daughter Danielle, our daughter here, who's living with us, said, "I'll come on that hike. I need to get out and do some exercise." And then she said, "Let's take Charlie." And I said, "Oh, Charlie hasn't been. He's been for a walk around the streets, but he's never been into a wilderness. Into the forest." And she's going, "Nah, we'll take him." So we put a parka on him, and he was all dressed up, and he had a ball. He was,
loved it, did he?
oh, he was that excited when we come home. He just slept on the lounge for about 3 hours. He was absolutely knackered, like I was knackered. But yeah, we've got some awesome. I I exported the video last night using my computer is really not handling the data, and it took all night to export. I watched the video before because I can't. My computer won't let me play the video and edit at the same time. Like it's not handling the processing. So
Yeah,
I've really got to film what I want to capture and then cut and then try to edit it that way. So I'm putting them in blank, like blinded, really, like in sequence. But I watched the finished product today, and there was two scenes I needed to cut out, so I crunched it all last night, and now I've got to do it all again today because I had to cut those two little pieces out that I didn't like. Because once you put it out there, it's out there. So I
yeah.
thought, I'll just wait another a day. But if you want to see large Jonesy walking through a wilderness trail and then coming out onto this epic lookout over the canyon, it was the footage is awesome. I absolutely, and it was a rainforest canopy, so we got the massive tree ferns and big fallen trees that have been knocked down by storms, and they got moss and greenery all over them. It was quite enjoyable. Actually, I got to do more of it. So
It's nice being able to get out like that. It really is. One of the things, though, with your computer not being able to handle your video processing, that's the problem I used to have big time before I got this laptop. But one good thing about it, it makes you more conscious of the scenes that you're shooting ahead of time.
yes, you don't go willy nilly shooting at anything you
Yeah,
want. You try to. That's what we did. We tried to plan it, but a couple of shots just wasn't right. So I thought, you know what? If I'm going to release, it's not like I'm releasing a epic movie or a video. It's just that
well, you still want it to look good.
yeah, I still don't want
Mhm.
those two bits that looked a bit funny. I took them out. So yeah, it's just another day, and I planned on going to the local football yesterday afternoon. There was a big local grudge match down the road here, and my feet were that sore. I've got blisters. I've got split my heel crack. You know when your heels go
Hmm.
dry and crack?
Yep.
Well, my left heel cracked yesterday, so I've got
Oh,
to some special chemist heel balm or whatever it's called.
the Burt's Bees stuff is good for that. I don't know if you can get Burt's Bees there.
No, I've never heard of it.
No, they make stuff for your lips and your hands and everything. It's a
Yeah.
bomb.
Hmm.
It's absolutely amazing. It does wonders for dry and cracked hands and stuff like that. It's very,
Yeah.
very good.
Well, that's what I need my left. It happens every few years to me. It always, usually it's in the beach season where we're barefoot for a while. Like we're
Mm.
always not not in shoes, which probably I don't know, but no, happened yesterday. I thought I had a blister because it started to hurt, and I'm thinking, what's going on? I just keep marching through, and took my boot off, and there's a couple of big splits in the like.
Big old crack in the foot.
Someone's got
Ow.
a knife in the heel. I went, there you go, take that. But then again, I am a big boy, and the poor old feet are going, what's going on? What are you doing to me? You're marching me through the wilderness. Um, it was. There's just so much to share. Like that was like 45-minute drive from the house, and I could have filmed the drive. I could have filmed the water, like we drove around the river, the water. I could have filmed all this stuff, but I just really wanted to film walking down the trail and to the
Mm.
lookout. So that's what we accomplished yesterday. Which, if you do see that video come out, definitely watch it. Even if you just flick right to the end where the canyon is.
Usually, with things like that, usually what I'll do is if I'm going for a drive to get somewhere, I'll usually just take a couple of little snippets of the driving and add them into the beginning, and then it shows, okay, I had to drive to get here, and that's it if I want to. Other times, I'm like yourself, it's just when you get to the forest, that's when you start recording.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was. So I looked on YouTube to see the videos that people have put up. And there's the music. The people do the real poppy, upbeat. Hey, we're from wherever. We're tourists. We're at the canyon. Let's go see it. And then they go bang, bang, bang. Canyon shots, canyon shots, canyon shots. Now let's
Mhm.
go somewhere else. Well, I wanted to sort of make it where you're seeing like the trail, the chairs that you can rest on because they've put benches along the trail. So
Yeah, the
you
whole adventure of it.
yeah, yeah, and plus the dog. The dog was a little part of it as well. Like if he was going to come, I might as well. Yeah, he was leading the pack for a while. He was pulling on the lead and he's charging away. Yeah. So if most people here have watched Charlie grow with us, so they've known him since he was a pup when we first got him, and this one will be his first. Like there's a video out uh, of him on the beach with us, but this is his first big adventure. Like he really didn't know what he was in for. He loved it. He loved the car ride out there because it was different, and he was getting nursed. And when he come home, I can put my back seats down, and it's a Jeep, so I can put the back seats down and have it like a big bed. And yes, he was laying down and moaning and groaning a bit in the back, crying a bit. Ooh, I'm tired. Take me home. Where's my lunch? You know? And
What are you doing to me at all? You're making me walk. You're
oh,
starving me.
he slept all night. Usually, he gets up a few times during the night as well. Cries. He wants to go outside. Well, he slept all night as well. So there's a lesson
Beat him
for.
right out.
There's a lesson. Give him some exercise, and yeah, welcome in coffee walks and whatever. Good to see our lovely Commonwealth friends in.
Nice.
Yeah, everyone. I'm looking at the chat. Is everyone basically American and North American in the chat? If you're not, tell me. Oh, Jamaican Family Hut was here for a while. He's definitely over in Jamaica, man. But where is there Blue Nose? Where are you situated, my friend? Just asking for friends. But yep, it is. Oh yeah, and the watch hours too are the everyone's. I'm just going through the chat. Everyone's saying hi to everybody, and good to see Chef. Oh, and the other news this
Hey,
week,
D.
hey D, the other news this week is that the office where I work offered me a different schedule. And I said to the guy who's our boss, I said, I thought about the ports. You were hiring me for the airports, the port, and here, like. And they said, oh no, a couple of people have quit. Now we need you to be here all the time. And I said, well, this is not what I signed up for. And they said, well, if you don't like it, yeah. I said, what are you saying? If I don't like it, I can leave. And they said, well, that's not what we're saying. But if you don't like it, I said, okay, where do I hand in my resignation? And I'm a bit impulsive like that. And I just said, well, I can go anywhere for work. I don't need to be doing. I need, like if you say something, I probably hold you to it. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I'm asking for a lot. The whole reason I signed on was to work on the ports and at the airport, not this government office where
I had a similar issue with the place I was working at. I went and I applied and I got a job at this place, which was fine. They were a bigger business, so they tended to, sometimes they would move employees to different areas and stuff like that.
Yep.
And the manager went and scheduled me to work in a different spot, like a completely different store, right out of my way. And I'm like, I don't want to work down there. Why did you schedule me to do it? You didn't even ask me if I would go down there. You just scheduled me to go there. And he got all, managery. That's how I'll call it, on me. And he was a department manager, but then there was the head store manager. And he looked at me and he said, well, what would you do if the head manager come down and handed you papers saying he was transferring you to this store? And I looked him square in the face and I said, well, then I'd quit, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
And then he just he didn't know what to say to me or anything. He just looked at me and turned around and walked away. Needless to say, I didn't have to work in the other store. But I mean, like, it's the same thing. Is like, don't come and threaten me with something unless you're going to back it up. Because I got no problems walking out the door and going looking for work somewhere else. I really don't. Mm-hmm.
So, Jonesy, did you quit?
I didn't quit. I resigned.
Oh, you resigned.
Yes.
Okay. But they didn't give you more money then, huh? They didn't offer you more money.
No, I didn't want more money. I just wanted to work where he said I was going to work, and I didn't end up there.
You do what you got to do.
Oh no, and it was funny because the same day, the old company that I worked for, they just rang up to see how my new job was going. About 2 hours later, the phone rings. I said, "Who's this?" I go, "Oh, this is g'day." And he says, "Oh, how are you going out there? I know, I'm just seeing if you're interested. We still got you on the books. We're not taking you off the books." And I just said, "Well, when can I start?" He goes, "What?"
So you went back?
You know how things are meant to happen?
That's pretty good. So you went back.
Yeah. The old bloke, the place I used to work, said,
they give you the same pay or more pay?
No, I actually got a pay rise, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's usually what happens.
And Steve's there walking around his property.
How's it going, guys? Yeah, good. I just realised I haven't let the gang out of their tractor. And get to see them. Come on, where'd you come?
Huh? Who let the chickens out?
Yeah, as long as one of these roosters doesn't have a go at me.
Oh.
This one here, the big buff Sussex, he's a bit of a mongrel. Yeah, here he comes.
That just makes for good TV.
Yeah. He's not real smart, though. He had a crack at me the other morning. I turned around and I said, now, you saw me take 10 roosters away the other day. None of them came back, and you're still having a go at me.
Brett, then. Got to show him the pot.
Yes.
Hello, guys.
It's no good at doing that. They'll eat it. They're not particular.
Well, I just popped up Jonesy because I wanted to ask you if you quit. Because you didn't say that you quit, or you just said that ask where you hand it in. You didn't say you did.
Oh yeah, no, I'll give them you got to give them with the contract I had. They could get rid of me at any time in the first 12 months.
Yeah.
And I have to give 2 weeks, so I just give 2 weeks notice, and then within about 2 hours, it was like this guy got an urge to ring me to say, "How's your job going?" You know, like I haven't taken you off the books. If you want to come back, we still welcome you back anytime. And I just started talking to him and said, "Well, actually, I might be interested." And then he said, like, "Well, when can you start?" And I said, "Well, you
I had to
know,
give 2 weeks notice. So.
Pretty much straight away.
yeah, well, 2 weeks time."
I'm good when you were.
That's pretty good.
It's
You
funny
guys
how
are
things work
awesome.
out.
Unbelievable.
How are you, Billy?
So I'll pop off here. I've been chat with you, Jonesy.
Yeah, and good luck with the numbers.
Just let you know, Gary Beltloop's going to run on his YouTube police tonight. We're going to do races.
Yeah, who is that? That I've never seen that.
YouTube.
He's going to have races on there tonight. Jonesy, in there.
We know,
Well, we got 3 now.
Your name in.
we know what horse to go for.
Okay.
We know what horse to go for. Oof.
Yep.
Good.
All right.
Good.
See you later.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you.
Drunken Chef Barbecue. Yeah. Hey, I have to a little bit of a shout out to people that cook for other people, but do a really good job. So can't be screwing around like what's that? Who was that? What she got in trouble? Who was that girl?
Where we go? What have I missed?
I don't remember who. I actually like some of her recipes as far as gosh, I wish I could remember. Martha Stewart, that's it. Yeah. If you look back, like she's I'm sorry about this, but
Yeah,
if
Martha
you look
Stewart.
back and see like her history, she's had her hand held by some pretty good pastry chefs, and there are good recipes, but no, you know. So.
Yep. So what else has been happening over there, Steve, this week? How'd you go with your jam from last week?
Yeah, no, all going good. The quinces we got cooked up, we didn't have time to process them, so we've frozen the pulp and we've frozen the juice. So we'll process them at a later stage. But this was this week's project. Have a look at this monolith.
Let's have a good look. Whoa. It's your new water tank.
I'll turn it sideways. See if it
that's better.
picks it up. There we go.
Yeah, your new water tank, obviously.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So it's 130,000 litre.
Wow.
That's a game changer for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And is this where they bored? Is this right where they were drilling?
Nah, this is the bore water we've had tested. It's turned out it's actually salty, so it requires a desal plant.
No.
So that's going to set us back about another 14 grand.
Oh no,
Yeah.
That's not right.
But the bore's over there, over near that little tank over the background. So this one here is going to be fed by the 30-metre shed that's going here.
That's the way.
Yeah. So there'll be a massive roof here, which will pick up all the water. It'll go underground and then up and in.
Yep.
And then yeah.
And you will get a lot of.
But where does the salt come from? I'm not that familiar with that terrain or that country or that.
Where salt does the in the water
come from? Where do you get the salt from? I don't understand where the salt comes from. Yeah.
It'll be connected to.
Sorry, what was the question?
Where does the salt come from in your water?
Yeah, you're dealing with salt. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, so the bore is underground water. It's an artesian part of the artesian basin underneath Australia. So there's a whole heap of underground water, and depending what it flows through. So out here, there's a lot of shale and a lot of mudstone and a lot of mineralized rock that it goes through. And as the water flows through those areas, the salt in the rocks actually.
So what is the salinity, and what is it compared to like seawater? I think
nowhere near as salty as seawater. This is, I could actually drink a little bit of it, and it just had a bit of a salty taste. So it's nothing compared to seawater, but still not suitable for irrigation.
It'd be perfect for cooking pasta, but not drinking or showering.
Yeah, it's more like a brackish water, isn't
it? Yeah. And look, it varies a bit. Some bore water comes up and it tastes like seawater. It's that salty.
But
ours wasn't.
You're spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get it straightened up to where you can utilize it in your home.
Yes. Yeah.
That's correct. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, you're a tripper. I don't know what else to say. Wow, can you use what you have right now to water your plants, or will it kill your plant? So a lot of people don't know this, but if you're watering a garden with what you're talking about, maybe it will kill all the plants off. I don't know.
Yeah, there's been people in this area that have tried to use the salty water or untreated bore water, and you can guarantee you'll kill off every plant you put it on. So it doesn't come across as massively salty, but it is
a consideration.
Yeah. And like
Auslander's in Queensland. He's on a pretty barren property. He's asking can I ask how much it costs, the tank? Is that too rude?
I don't think so.
Geez, I actually Julianne did all of the work and ordering on that, but I think it's around about I don't know if it's somewhere in the 20s, thereabouts, 20, 22, 24, something like that.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, if you have that tank, which is a pretty substantial looking tank.
Yep.
Can you basically solidify? I don't know the word. Can you get $200 worth of water out of that? I think that's a lot of money. And it don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
once the rain comes, she'll be full.
When you're in this area, we get 20 inches of rain a year. So a really wet year in this part of the country is 30 inches, which was the last year. So and because we're not on town water, your only option is you have to harvest the rainwater. And
that's crazy. Where does the salt come from? I don't understand where the salt comes from.
From the minerals underground.
So the salt is only the underground water. So we've put in a water bore to try to have access to free flowing water. But any rainwater that we collect is fresh. So the plan going for usually you collect your rainwater for your house water for your domestic supply, and then your bore water is used for irrigation and stock. But it has to have a level of salinity when it comes out of the ground that's suitable for use, which ours isn't, unfortunately. Yeah. So we have to treat it with a reverse osmosis desalination plant. So we'll be setting that up.
Are you like how much water do you buy a week or a month? Or?
Well, we haven't bought many loads. We've probably bought maybe 4 or 5 loads of water since we've been here. It's 14,000 litres and it's nearly $300 for each load. Mm-hmm. So we put a load of water into that tank when it was set up, because it has to have water to hold it has an internal bladder. It's basically a an empty
Yep.
shell with a bladder, so they have to put water in to seat it and hold it.
I hear chickens in the background.
Oh yeah, the roosters are just they're happy to be out.
That takes a lot of water by itself. Now, can you get away with giving the livestock the salinified water, or do you have to filter the water?
It's not. It's too salty for them. It's not suitable for stock. That's why when you put a boar in, you send it off to a laboratory for testing, and it's come back, and it's
Wow.
while it's not a strong salt taste, it's too salty for irrigation and too salty for stock.
How do you keep it all together, man? That's
So
incredible.
basically, sorry.
Wow.
So we'll be putting a third tank in, which will probably only be about a 20,000 litre tank, because the
20,000 liters. What is 20,000? What does 20,000?
It's about
20,000 liters. What does that look like?
So I think it's about 3.5 litres to a gallon.
Okay. I have a realistic visual on what that is. Yeah.
Yeah. So a 20,000 litre is about 6,500 gallon, I reckon, roughly. Yeah.
Now, how often will you go through that? I mean, I think.
Well, that's the thing. So our desal plant will do 17,000 litres a day, and we'll just fill this third little tank up, and that's what we'll use for our irrigation. So some days we'll go through a couple of thousand litres a day. Some days we'll go through 5, but we certainly won't go through more than 17 in a day. That's for sure. But it also, at the moment, we're limited what we can do here because of water. You know, our garden beds. You know, we're just on the edge of not being able to keep them going in the heat of summer.
That's incredible.
Mark Ratz was saying they got a lot of limestone fields and they alkaline soil in Texas.
Yep.
That's great. No, that's
well, here in central Victoria, we've got a lot of volcanic fields, so we have a lot of volcanic rock. The soils here are pretty old, and they've been separated from the rest of the world for a long time. So we haven't had cloven hooved animals here. So, you know, we had no horses and cattle and things like that for millions of years. And the soils have evolved and grown up into an ecosystem that basically didn't support being cleared and having animals with hard hooves running over them all the time. So we've actually done a lot of damage to the soil infrastructure and the ecosystems in lots of places around Australia.
I'm not sure I'm on board with all that. What I would say though is that do you have sheep? And sheep are I think sheep are tolerant to, like, well, this is really weird because I've never heard in my life of pumping salt water out of the ground. Never heard of that before. So that's like a whole that's a whole different thing. And so what it makes me think is that not necessarily like goat like copper, but a sheep might tolerate that. So I just wonder, like, what is your elevation? I guess maybe we should, before I make myself look like a complete fool. What is your elevation? And how close are you to the coast?
So we're about an hour and a half drive from the coast. I don't know what our elevation is. If someone wants to look up the elevation of Bendigo in central Victoria, that'll tell you.
Oh, so it's nothing significant. It's not thousands of feet, right?
No, I'm unsure. We're not a very mountainous or hilly.
200 feet. That's amazing.
Yeah. As far as using bore water and salty water, there would only be probably tens of millions of those bores all around Australia tapping into the artesian water. It's been a very common practice for 200 years.
Yeah. Bendigo elevation is only 227 meters or 745 feet. Is that right? Or am I reading
Yeah,
that wrong?
and we're about 100 miles from the coast.
Yeah.
Roughly ish.
It's a beautiful
think,
old gold town, isn't it? Really.
Oh, it is. Yeah. It certainly is. And that's also part of the impact on our local ecosystems, that the local ecosystems here were destroyed in the 1850s, 60s, 70s. The gold mining just basically stripped away the land and destroyed everything in search of gold.
Yeah. There's a good, like the gold mining you see these days in on these TV shows where they're up in the Yukon and they're moving tons and tons of dirt. Well, back in the day, it was pick and shovel and get out bricks of gold. Like it was not these little specks of gold. They were getting big chunks.
It had phases. So the initial gold rush here was alluvial gold. So there was a lot of gold panning and cradling, and it was a lot of surface gold in the creeks. And then it went to miners that would be digging small mine shafts to get down into the ancient creek beds and river beds underneath. And then that petered out pretty quickly, and then it transitioned into what we'd called corporate mining. So then we had big corporations coming in, setting up their big poppet heads and crushing mills. So from the 1860s, 70s onwards, it very much was a commercial enterprise, and they had lots of infrastructure. And basically, at one stage, you could walk from one side of Bendigo to the other completely underground because of all the tunnels. There's thousands of kilometres of tunnels that have been dug out from underneath Bendigo. We call it the Hollow City.
Yeah.
And it was one of the richest goldfields in the world. Still is.
Yeah, for sure. And then I think they still do. What's that Australian gold show where they?
Aussie Gold Hunters. Yeah.
Isn't there the guy with the excavator? Isn't he from your area?
I to be honest, I don't watch free to air TV. I don't watch that show, but quite possibly.
Yeah. Anyway,
gold prospecting and gold, metal detecting and gold prospecting is still a very popular pastime, and people still make a bit of coin out of it around here too.
They do down here as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like you should have seen the ravine or the canyon I was in yesterday, and the water flow from the rain that we had probably maybe 4 days ago. The water was like brown and murky, but it was flowing like rapids. Other videos I've seen of that area, the water was just like a trickle. So definitely moved some earth, and I reckon there'd be the Tassie boys. I don't know if you've seen them guys do his thing where he goes through all the creeks and estuaries and searches underwater for his little flakes of gold. Yeah, no, he's got a good channel, but I reckon he's been down there through that spot. But I reckon there was enough water flow there to churn up a bit of something that might have been hidden for a while.
Yeah, no, there's still a lot of gold out there. It's just the money you've got to spend to get to it that makes it unviable.
That's correct. That's exactly correct.
And I just did a little harvest. I just picked a handful of these little guys.
Yeah, a few peppers. Yep. Chilies.
They're a Siam hot chili. I made some sweet chili sauce with them the other day, and it's got a bit of kick to it.
That's the way. I got wiped out. My whole garden got eaten by the locals. The local.
Not the paddies. Not the paddies.
They come in like ninjas. They know we just leave them alone for a while and let it all grow up, and then once he gets these seedlings in the ground again, let's go in and attack at night. I'm sure they plan.
Well, we've got some visitors at the moment too. I don't know if you can see that.
Yes.
Jones, you'll know what caused that.
A kangaroo. Is it?
No, it's
Like,
not.
no?
It's smaller.
What, the what?
Bloody
You
rabbits.
guys are killing
Oh.
me.
Rabbits.
Rabbits.
Hey, I'm from America and I love you guys. I want to say that you're killing me. I want to say good things about America, and you guys are talking all this good stuff about Aussie land. I
Oh,
love
man.
Aussie.
That's the way. America is involved. America is all incumbent. Everyone thinks that's it.
I think the
Everyone's in
only
it.
thing that we have left is like French fusion to like a hamburger that was made in Germany or something. That's about it. We don't have anything else.
Yeah,
Well,
rabbits.
my advice, if you ever get a chance to come to Australia, take it, because it's a great
Yeah.
place to come visit.
I
And
know it.
Take your
I
time.
know it. But
and if you, I was going to say, if you're not into the sort of, the theme park, touristy sort of thing, you want to, get out and experience
talking about,
the
like,
outback, and there's so many great places, historical places you can go to.
yeah, the Kimberleys is where I want to go.
The Kimberleys are beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not, stupid on that.
Even
That's not. I'd rather shipwreck there than almost be where I'm at. So I would love to come over there, and I love listening to Aussies talk because you got the greatest dialect. Unbelievable. You do. It's crazy. I just want to say, hey.
The bottom side of WA, down where it's all white sand and blue water. I don't know what they call that area. So I haven't been there yet. I need to get over to see that.
Where I could probably tell you where it's at. Well, I shouldn't know, but I study.
Well, Western Australia, when you hit Perth and you just go down and around the bottom, it's all like
what is that?
rock. I don't know.
That's
Man,
not
I
right,
just,
is that? Dude, I feel so dirty. Just saying.
Jonesy, what's this dialect he's talking about?
I don't no idea, mate. It's
Flaming heck, cobber. I mean, what?
Yeah, well,
He's rabbiting on like a galah. I don't know what the bozo's going on about.
That's
you need to get over the ditch and come and have a Bo Peep, mate.
Oh gosh, this is crazy.
The little
unbelievable, man.
The little office I worked in.
I will not say mate. I'm not from England, so I'm not gonna be like, oh mate. Fuck that. Awesome, man.
It all depends how you say mate as to what we mean.
I know it, dude. That's true. That really is true. It's like I learned that. I learned that a long time ago. That is actually true because if you go like, hey mate, it's like no. There's nothing behind it, man. It's like, hey mate, or look, or there's something going on. I'm not gonna do it. I can't.
Yeah.
So here's a couple of examples. If I want to say, oh, that's surprising, I don't really believe you, I'll go, mate.
No, mate. Look, this is the problem. It's like, dude, the same thing in English.
That's
right.
Dude,
it literally translates to like, dude. You can double like, mate. Look, you're not gonna do it, man.
Yeah, and someone goes, and if someone goes, yeah,
I don't
mate.
care, man.
If someone says it really fast with a like mate,
it's like,
you're actually not
mate.
their mate. They don't like you.
That's it. When someone's sort of stretching it a bit, and you go, mate, come on.
No, you don't do that. Who does that? I've never heard that, man. No way.
Yeah, you're basically saying, come on, you're telling porcupines there.
That's right.
We got a similar thing up here.
You guys are great. I'm so glad that you let me up and let me chat. You guys are great. Look.
Yes, bye.
Come on, man.
Yeah, nah.
Let's go.
Yes.
America needs more
Yeah.
Australians, I tell you.
Really, I have a real good friend of mine he's an Aussie, I guess is what we call him. And he has a nice business and he's very happy here in America.
Yeah.
I frequent his business and there's no problem. He's just happy. Like, hey, let's get a catamaran and go sink it in the Kimberleys like that one YouTuber did. That's what I want to do. He's like, oh yeah, that sounds like a great time. I'm like, what about those guys that were parasailing across the whole continent with those uh I don't know, they got those motorcycle engines and they got that big wing and stuff and they go all the way across and you meet the indigenous. That's what I would like to do. That'd be great. Anyways, this guy I know, maybe I'll tell you a little bit. So he sinks his what are those two-hold boat yachts? And then she leaves him for somebody else that's got another boat. What a crazy, unbelievable man.
Yeah. Well, being out in the seas.
I know. This sounds silly, but you guys are good. I like hearing you.
I like watching Zatara, that channel. The family that's from Texas that are sailing the world.
No.
Yeah,
there's
Zatara.
like a lot of those. That's not it, but I don't know. This dude had like a Polynesian type girl, and that's pretty sad because if you look at it on its face, Australia is probably the most beautiful place to sail, whether you're going in or out. If you just hang around, it really has the best blue water.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we had the Navy. We've got the Navy in Hobart today. There's 3 warships down there. They were here on this time last week, I think it was. Was I talking about? Yeah, they were doing exercises. They're working with there's a submarine, some sort of exercise going on.
It's very shallow down there. I don't know how are you going to have a submarine.
Man, there's submarines all over the place here.
Huh?
There's the submarine support vessel comes into the port in front of our place to I don't know the depths, but it's definitely definitely here.
That's cool. Thanks for letting me up.
No, you're all right, Billy. Good to see you, mate.
You got a great. Absolutely fantastic.
Look at this scenery. This is.
I don't know if you can see, but right up the back there, underneath those trees up there, there's a little couple of kangaroos having a lay down.
Yeah.
This
kangaroos. Oh,
yeah, they're just up next to that tree. They're a long way away. I won't be able to pick them up, but there's usually kangaroos in this paddock. They come down out of the forest, and quite often they come across into our paddock as well, which is fine.
Man, I don't mind though. I seen all the leftovers of the kangaroos on my hike yesterday, but Charlie was sort of looking at them and going, "Oh, yep, I know what that is," and I said, I kept on, "Yep, you're not stopping on them. Keep walking." But
yeah, we got a big 6-footer buried just down there that a car knocked over. Yeah. Right. Oh, the smell was just gross.
Oh, there goes a rodeo. Was it a Holden rodeo?
Yeah, it looked like it. Yep.
Out of curiosity, there you go. That's
another one coming.
Who we got? We're saying that is.
That was a Nissan.
Yeah. Oh. Why do they call them trucks in America? Like, why is a ute called a truck? I don't know. That's a question I do not know.
Yeah. Do you think my fence posts need a bit of 10 or 11 care, Jonesy?
Looks like they've been there for let me have a look. It's been there for a while. Look at that.
Yeah, they certainly have been.
Like, put a time frame on that post. How old do you think it is?
Better part of 80 years, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure.
Have to be. Possibly longer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, just goes to show you what a good bit of timber can do.
Oh, exactly right. And then, the good old Aussie fence posts. Tell you what,
Yeah.
they make damn good firewood when you pull it all down, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, it's you have got a nice little part of the parcel of Australia there, mate. It's
Yeah, it's a lovely setting.
yeah. I'll definitely have to come over and say hi one day.
Mate, the door's always open. Anyone that's visiting the country or visiting the state, hit us up and call in and say hello.
Yeah, there's always a cup of tea and a freshly baked something there.
Certainly is. Yeah, those kangaroos are just laying down in the grass up there. You just see their head sticking up. Just sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's 3 of them. Yeah, it's a bit hard with the.
It is.
But yeah,
no, it is. And tell you what,
you got breakfast, lunch, and dinner sitting out in the field.
Yes, this time of the day they're just resting.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll just lay in the sun themselves for the day.
Yeah.
You might have saw the excavation work as well. We've got a second stage of the house starting. So
the slab there, yeah.
Slab's getting ready to be poured. So Julianne's going owner builder. So she's been doing all that. And
let me, if you haven't subscribed to Sweeney's Creek Farm, definitely do yourself a favour. We've got. I'll drop you a link here, mate. Somehow, let me do that.
Well, it's all good. Thanks.
It's all right. It's this. You know how when you're sitting inside and you're you got the big screen on YouTube and you're scrolling. You know how you just get lost in the blur of YouTube, like.
Yeah.
There's just so much going on.
Oh, and you get a busy night, and now there's half a dozen lives on, and yeah,
not just that. When you're there and you're just looking for something to watch, you know what I mean. Like now, I've got a few. Yeah, like you see, there's so much to choose from, obviously, and I've got my regulars that I sort of go to at a certain time, and I'll just drop that link there. So there's Steve's link for his channel. If you haven't subscribed to it, definitely do yourself a favor, go over and have a look. But yeah, no, I like just relaxing and looking at I think I was commenting the other day on your polytunnels.
Oh yes, yeah, yep.
It was the old videos that I was watching.
Yeah,
and then I went to the newer version, and like I'm just laying on the lounge and I'm just watching, and because you're on the television, it's not as easy to comment. So then I got to go find my phone, and I think, and now I got to find the video just so I can put it. Yeah, but it's sort of like there's a few little farms that I sort of go to and just sort of relax. It's my relaxation when I'm.
I'll give you another good channel if you want to go over and have a look at them for also another Victorian farm is 5 Acre Farm. They're over in the Western Districts of Victoria.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a good channel too. I'm there as well.
Yeah, it's a great little channel. Yeah,
yeah, and they're a nice young couple with the.
Yeah, they are.
And I like the way they talk about their 5 acres as their property. You know, like they it sounds like they make it one. It's to them it's like 1,000 acres. You know what I mean? Like
that's
it's
right.
huge.
Yep.
It's a huge parcel of their life and their land.
Yeah.
And I think the train runs past it. Does the train go past
Yeah,
their
I think there is a train line out there pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was I'm that's another one that I flick across, but I haven't been to this guy's channel for a while. Baker, good to see you, mate. How them songs going? You got any new ones out? I have to go and have a look, Mr. Baker.
All right, mate. Well, considering it's Mother's Day, I suppose I better get in and get some breakfast in bed organised.
Been there, done that. That's why I'm here at this time of the day. I was behaving myself this morning. But yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there as well. Well, thanks for jumping on.
Yeah,
Steve.
well, Jonesy, that people that struggle to find two bigger mothers than us, I suppose.
Yes, mate.
Mate. Yeah, nah.
No, for sure. But anyway,
Yeah, Lacey, you can explain yeah, nah, and nut, yeah. I'll leave that in your capable hands.
Thanks, mate. No worries. I'll set that with a nice gesture.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
All right, everyone.
Always good to chat.
Catch you later. Keep it real.
See you, mate.
See ya.
See you guys.
Yeah, definitely a great channel. If you haven't been to Sweeney's Creek Farm, they're a fun couple building their house and their property, and yeah, it's good to see. Okay, I'll be on to that later, my friend, Mr. Baker. If you haven't seen Baker sing, he's got a great voice, and well, he's got a good little channel. So what's been going on, Al? We've been talking. Everyone's been talking.
I'm just hanging out. Not much really. I was out on the step for most of the day today, making my video for Monday. So that's good. The weather's turned around finally, so I'll be starting to get out a bit more throughout the weeks now. So it's gonna be good to see the greenery all coming back.
Yeah, for sure. It's I was sort of getting a chuckle out of Halloween there. Auslander, yes, mothers have Mother's Day and mother-in-laws have Halloween. That's a bit harsh on this day, but
I'll just invite him to the mother-in-law door. Mm-hmm.
I got a fabulous mother-in-law. Yes, it's that time, but yeah. So how did you go? Yes, I sort of because I was out yesterday. I flicked on. You were live doing your what's your alliance? The Camp Challenge Alliance.
Yep.
But you didn't seem to have the usual crowd. So what was going on there?
No. So the thing was Johnny is doing a course and he wasn't able to come up. So right away I just opened up the panel so that everybody could come on up and hang out for a while. And we did talk about the Camp Challenge Alliance and the stuff that was going on with it, but a lot of the talk that we did was just talking about other stuff.
Yep.
It was more of an open room yesterday than what it normally was, and like I said, that's one of the things I was out doing today was getting my Camp Challenge Alliance video done for tomorrow or Monday. Sorry, not tomorrow.
Right. Yep.
So that's my that was my day today.
Nice.
But
well,
it was nice to sit out on the step because it was 12 degrees out today.
12 Celsius. Yeah, that's about what we got here right now.
Yep.
What is it here right now?
It's like this time of the year, me and you are around the same temperatures.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. It's just that I'm coming into my summer and you're going into your winter.
We're 7 right now.
Yeah, it's currently 3 here now. The temperature dropped right off, went down to 3 degrees.
Yeah, but it's coming into the evening, whereas
Oh
we're
yeah, it's 9 o'clock in the night here.
yeah, we're 9:30 in the morning.
Mm.
It's warming up, and it's 7.
Yeah,
Which
so you'll hit probably around 12 or 15 today.
yeah, well, I think that's the forecast, to be honest.
We got thunderstorms for overnight tonight, 52% chance. So I'm not going to hold my breath, but I like thunderstorms.
Yes, I don't mind because the first thing where we used to live, we used to get a lot of lightning over the ocean and all sorts of thunder cracking and all sorts of storms. We moved here, and we've got the beautiful view over the ocean or over Bass Strait, and
Nothing.
nothing. No, there's no lightning or thunder or anything. And I said, "Why?" And the people just shrugged their shoulders. What do you mean, why? And I said, "How come we don't get lightning and thunder?" And they said, "Well, I don't know. We do." And I said, "Well, not since I've been here, but maybe their lightning and thunder wasn't like what I'm used to."
Every now and again here, we get the thunder and lightning that's so bad. When the lightning flashes, all the street lights will turn off because they think it's daylight.
Yeah.
And the thunder literally is shaking the whole house when it's rumbling. I, I enjoys it. I do.
Yes,
And it's
and
just
Baker's got it right because we have got a tin roof, and it says rain makes good sleeping under a metal roof. It
yeah.
certainly does, and our new fireplace is absolutely working spectacularly well. So
Nice. Hey Don.
the only thing now I've got to find more wood.
Now you're in the same struggle I am.
Yes, yes, I've got to.
Always looking for wood.
I've got that bright sun's cracking through now. Yeah, yeah, it is. Anyway, it's a good problem to have.
It is, especially I mean, like in the wintertime. You got to start doing is you got it in just for winter right now, so
I'll be buying a bit of wood. That's what
you'll
I'll
be
be.
buying a bit of wood, and it's going to be higher prices than say summertime prices.
Yeah, yeah, it's premium at the moment. Everyone wants it. Yep.
Everybody wants it, so they'll add an extra $5 or something onto a bag of wood. So, and people are still going to buy it in the summertime. Like right now, I got a guy that sells me bags of wood for $10, and
Yeah,
they're the big onion bags. It's not like a little bag. It's the big
yeah,
onion sack.
like 20 kilos or something.
Yeah, and it's stocked full of splits.
Yep.
And he'll sell them to me for $10 a bag all year round. So that works out really good. But I'm glad I found them.
Yeah, our local hardware here's got them for I think $20 a bag.
Yeah, the local hardware store here had bags of wood for 20. I think it was 21.99. But there's not near as much wood as what one of the bags is I'm paying $10 for, and it's like super long. It's almost 2 feet long each stick of wood. I was like, why?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you can't even sell me a stove that this wood is going to fit in. Why are you selling it like that?
That's why you got an axe in the leg.
Yeah, that's it.
How is the leg going anyway? It must be going better now.
Oh yeah, no, it's only a little tiny sliver there now, and you can just see like the little sliver of black where it's all healed and scabbed inside, and you can feel when you feel it, you can feel where the hole is there. But it's perfectly fine.
See, Dawn's saying she's got a lifetime of worth of dead fall in the woods to use. So good for you, Dawn. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, the wood I'm using now is mostly spruce.
Makes too
So
much noise.
it's really crackly and poppy. I calls it my Rice Krispie wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
Mhm.
Yeah, love the fireplace. That's apart from being warm, the ambience that it gives is just
It's nice.
oh, it is nice. Yeah,
The one thing is if you get spruce and stuff like that, make sure that you got something, either a spark arrestor for the front of it, or
yeah.
something for on the floor, because
Oh,
that will
yeah.
spit flankers out like you won't believe.
Well, we've got a glass door.
There you go. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, and it's when it's and the heat, like obviously the heat goes up the chimney, but
A lot of it
yeah,
goes. Yeah.
yeah. But when you just say the coals are down low and you open the door to put another piece in, you can leave that door open for that bit of time, and the heat that radiates out through that doesn't come through the glass is amazing too. But
Yep.
yeah, you always got to be watching it when you're doing something silly like that.
Now, a lot of times, what I used to do with the because it's an in, I'm assuming it's an in wall fireplace with the
Yeah.
glass door on it.
Uh-huh.
What I would do is I would crack the door even with the wood going. Once it heats up, it's going to suck all the smoke up anyway. But if you crack the door about this much, it'll burn hotter, it'll burn faster, but you'll get a lot of heat coming out through that crack and heat up the room. Jonesy, you look like you got a bat flying around. What's going
That
on?
was a bee, actually. A bee came and done a lap, and then he flew in the door, done a lap, and then flew out. And I went, okay, yeah. But
Was
there's a
it a
few.
B sharp? Or a
No,
B
B
flat?
flat. Yeah, B flat for sure. He's going to be a B flat if he keeps this up. But, I think one of our neighbours has got hives. Has got some beehives. So
Oh,
he's
that's nice. You should try
yeah,
and find them and see about getting some honey.
yeah,
If they've got hives, that's
yeah. The neighbour next door, he's got acres. Yeah, only see
nice.
him coming and going through his driveway. He's got a real funky little Triumph convertible, probably a 70s model. And he comes down his steep driveway past the side of our, right next to that window, really, just past the tree there. He comes down this windy driveway. And it sounds awesome. And then,
Nice.
yeah, he come over to have a look at our our Holden red convertible that's out the front, the daughter's car. He didn't realize it was a hardtop convertible. He's got the soft top, and then he only stopped to say hi when he seen the roof up in the air and doing the folding thing, and then going into the boot. And he just pulled in and said, "Wow, I wish mine could do that." Yeah, I said, "Well, I wish I had the Triumph, mate. It's a beautiful car." But yeah, like I was looking at my watch hours too this week, Al. I'm sort of averaging around 20 to 30 a day. People are
That's good.
a few things. Yeah, I'm up to 2933 right at this very second.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's good.
so I'm getting up towards the 3,000, and then there's 1,000 to go after that. So,
Yeah, that won't be long going.
yeah, slowly but surely.
Yeah, soon enough you'll be looking back saying, "Wow, I passed it.
Yeah, well,
This was going to happen."
yeah, sure. Slow. That's probably the best way. I'll get me videos. Actually, I'll get the laptop changed so I can actually edit better on the videos.
Yeah, that's what I did when I saw this laptop for sale. I was like, "No, I can't pass it up." Because it's just too much messing around with old computers trying to get stuff to work.
Yeah, but like if you've seen my latest sort of videos where the Anzac March, that was just really for celebrating Anzac Day over here. That was just to show the locals the march. But the drive-by, the Let's Go Driving Ulverstone to Penguin, like that's got up to it's 93 views now. Like that's a lovely sit down watch, and goes for 13 minutes or something, but it shows you the coastline between the two towns there. And yeah, let's walk on the beach. That's another one that with the new GoPro. That was a bit of fun. And I think the first one I tested the camera with was let's walk around Penguin. So yeah, and it's good to see that the people now are watching the first video and they're translating to the last one, and then the one before that, because I'm getting certain people commenting on all of them now, and they're going, the beach looks fabulous, which I've got to take the camera down there more often. But then you get down to Burnie Park, and that was with the old camera. The sun's getting me in the eyes. And yeah, that's got plenty of views, but I'm just not happy with the footage. So I'll give it another month or two, and then I'll revisit that place with the new GoPro and give that a 4K quality look around again. But no, I'm enjoying the finished product, what the camera can do. The old 11, GoPro 11. It's a huge step up from the Zoom Q8. I'm using that now as my my camera right there. My webcam. It's not really a webcam, but I've got it connected in as a webcam. I usually use this little boy, but this one sort of doesn't give the nice wide angles. But it does, while we're here, let's test this out, Al. Watch this. So we've just come in a touch. I don't know if you noticed anything there. Come in a bit. That's another one.
You can see it jumping in when you clicks it.
I think I've got one more to go, but that's probably just the normal. It's still a good shot, I suppose. Oh, that's a full close up. That's as far as it goes, but I like the wide angle. Seems to there you can see the CFM Queen, her T-shirt there, and Canadian fishing musician, his shirt. He's got Devil Dog's flag there on the window, the Marines. What else can you see? There's not.
Yeah. Storm Cellar.
No,
Storm Cellar. 2 T-shirts.
Yeah. Oh, that Leopard Sky's hiding the flags. There's 3 flags in front of the Leopard Sky poster. Yeah, but that's the wide angle. I think I like the wide angle better.
I like the wide angle on it too. It shows everything around you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's I'm just using the camera that's on this computer. There's no zoom or nothing on it. I suppose if I went into the settings, I might be able to do zoom and then on it. But I don't mess around.
Yeah, this is not a bad. The daughter gave me this one. It's not a bad little high definition Microsoft camera, but it'll come in handy for.
Absolutely.
And they just, comes in handy. But how's your what's your sister's name? Is it Christina?
Tina.
I knew it was something like that. How's she going?
Good.
I was thinking of her the other day, actually.
I'll let her know. She'll be all excited.
I went into a shop and there was a bottle of rum. And the first thing
that'd make you think of Tina for sure.
I did actually straight away. I thought, Al's sister might like this one.
Oh God, she loves her rum. There's no doubt about that.
Hey Mary, good to see you.
It's every now and again she gives me like a pair of socks or a hat or something. She says, "Here, give that away on your channel." And I'm like, "Okay." I just gave away a pair of socks, and they were in old Newfoundland Republic flag colors, the pink, white, and green.
Yep.
Green, white, and pink, and I believe
Yeah, thanks for coming, Dawn.
I can't remember who won them. I think it was Fallen Arkansas. I'm not sure. But I got it filled out and I got it ready to post off now anyway. So they will go in the mail shortly. But
Well,
she's a character.
I'm off to the post office again first thing at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So
Yeah.
we're going for take 3 for you?
Or are you trying to send me something else? Jonesy, just send me like an envelope.
Oh, that's the plan. I'm going to send like a card in an envelope.
Yeah, just something simple because it's crazy that nothing is getting through here. I don't understand that whatsoever.
No, it's not just you too, to be honest. So it could be from this end, from all I know. But yeah. Anyway, I'll try that tomorrow.
But I mean, like, as stuff happens too. There's DJ sent me a letter, and I never ever got with stickers and everything.
Okay. Yep.
Right. So I mean, like, sometimes it's just the post office being the post office. But to send it twice, send something twice like that, and it never to show up is really odd.
Yes. Well, it confuses me, and I'm just an old man.
Some customs guy is snacking on something you sent me. Tim Tams or something. Figures.
And the what are the crunchy ones? Not the crunchy, but the what's that one called? I don't know. One that we were talking about a long time ago, but obviously we won't go down that road because you'll be thinking, "Oh, dang."
This note.
Someone's got it somewhere. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt though because oh man, I wanted to try them. I did, but I don't want you to keep sending stuff out that's not going to come here. It's just.
Yeah, well, we'll put it this way: we'll put the card through, and then if the card goes through, then we'll try something a little bit bigger but not huge, and then we'll just slowly
increase it over time.
See, we'll work a system to see.
Well, I know I got a sticker down to you, so
yeah,
I got to try something a little bigger now.
That's all good. There's no need to send nothing, to be honest.
I know, but I got some stuff I got to send out anyway, so it's just as well to do up a little something for you and send it down. I got to get a little envelope though.
Yep, I still got the card on the wall there. Which one was yours? Yours was the
mummers.
Yep, it's up there anyway. I'm looking at it now. Yeah, I've got a card up there from Chef. Mark Kratz, Eddie, Peaceful Des, Expeditionary Johnny, another one from Eddie, and yes, there's one coming from. Anyway,
I got my binder done up like a scrapbook with everything from everybody in it. With exceptions of a few things that I got up on the wall here, right? Because I ran out of room so fast on this wall, it wasn't even funny.
Yeah, well, I got a big wall, as you can see. I'm gonna actually. Well, there's the stickers there. I've got another one of those to put up. I might rearrange the wall a bit later. I've got two. I used to do photography years ago, and I went to when we moved here. I was giving away stuff, and my daughter said she'd love the sailing, the yacht. I used to do a lot of yachting. I love the yacht photo, and the other one was a football game, a real football game. I used to sell stuff to different people, and she said, "Oh, I wouldn't mind that one too." So she took them, and when she moved to Queensland, she said, "Look, I can't hang them in the new place. What do you want to do with the photos?" And I said, put them at my brother's house. I'll come and get them. So I've got an epic adventure to go across on the boat,
To get some pictures.
drive up 1,000 kilometers. I've got a guitar amp and a couple of pictures to chuck in the car, turn around and come back via the Harbour Bridge and take some video of Sydney while I'm there, and then continue on to Melbourne, jump back on the ferry and come back across. So that's going to be an interesting one. I've been thinking about this while I've been at work. So, hey, I'll be back in a sec, Al. Take over.
No problem. So, Jonesy's got a great adventure to go on. That sounds like going to be interesting times. I can personally, Sydney, Australia, and places like that is places that I had looked at a long time ago as places I would like to go. Now, given since then that I've come to know Jonesy and stuff, if I do ever go to Australia, you know I'm going to Tasmania. It's as simple as that. But there's a lot of history in that in the major centres of Sydney, Australia, and places like that. And I bet it would be really nice to see some of the countryside if he's able to.
Yep. Able to do what?
Show off some of the countryside when you go to Sydney.
Yeah, the countryside's better down here than driving up the freeway to Sydney or the highway. But when you get to Sydney, there's a ring road that takes you around the city, around Sydney, and then you keep going up to the Central Coast where I have to go. But if you don't go the ring road and you go into the city, like it takes a bit longer, but you can drive across the Harbour Bridge, and that looks awesome. And there with the old GoPro, that would look pretty cool. And then I can turn off on the other side of the bridge and go down around North Sydney, and that looks. There's a big park there, and you can park there and look up at the Harbour Bridge from the water level, and then you can look across the harbour to the Opera House and the main side of Sydney. So that'll be a nice little video to do, like the job I've been doing and standing there for hours and hours and hours and going crazy. Well, the mind does funny things. I've been planning videos and planning trips and doing all sorts of stuff in my head.
Letting your imagination run away with yourself.
Yes. No, I'm going, okay, so there's $200 return on the ferry, and then it's $60 fuel to there, then another $60 fuel to there, and then I'll stay the night. There's another couple of hundred, and then I'll go out for dinner with my brother and have a bit of fun there, and there's another few hundred, and then drive back down. There's another 60 and another 60, and then I get home. Well, I spent about $1,000 just picking up 2 pictures and an amp. I probably could. I'm going to do it.
But it's about the adventure of it all.
It's about this road trip.
Yeah, it's about the adventure and the going.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks, Rebecca. Appreciate you, Rebecca, and trust me, my head's been warm this week.
I would say it'll be warm all winter long wearing them hats.
Oh, they're so comfy, even to sleep in them. Like
I've slept in them.
A cold night, you just put it around your ears and you just lay on the pillow and go, "Oh, this is nice."
Oh, I slept in it out in I think it was -20 Fahrenheit.
Oh yeah, I'd have it on too.
And I slept in that cap with my sleeping bag and my blanket and all wrapped around me, and I never really had much over my head. I only had that cap on, and I was fine the whole night.
Well, they say if you got gloves on, a hat on, and something on your feet, you sort of stay warm.
Now that's the big killer for me, because for me with my feet, if I have something on my feet like wool socks or something like that, I got to take them off. My
Okay.
feet freeze. My feet get really cold, and the only thing that warms them up is putting them against my, like, I put my cold foot against the bottom of my leg.
Yep.
And warm it up, and then I'll do the other one, and then once they warm up, they're okay.
Andy's asking how cold is Tassie. Well, it's at 7 right at the moment. Andy, 7 degrees. Don't know what you is.
Celsius. That's
Celsius. Yep.
7 is 30. I'm gonna say 38.
We're getting to a high of about 15 or 13, something around there today. But hence the hoodie.
44. It's 44 there now, Fahrenheit.
That sounds warm. 44.
No, 44 is not warm. When it hits 50.
Yep.
So it was 12 here today. That's 53.
Right. So this 53 still sounds warm, doesn't it? I mean, 12. Like if you were in New South, where Andy is, if you were there and you say it's 12 degrees, they'll all be going, "Oh man, it's freezing!" Like it's cold, because they're used to the 22s and the 25s and the 30s and the 35s.
Yep.
Yeah, down here it's you hit 12 and you're going, "Well, it's a beautiful day," like that's sun's
That's the way
out.
it is here. I was out today in my t-shirt, going around doing a few things. When I'd sit down and not doing nothing, I'd haul on my jacket because I get cold. But it was beautiful out today at 12 degrees. 12 to 15 is good in my books, especially for if you want to get out and do something.
Yeah, I'll give you a sneak peek at where I ended up yesterday, Al, and only the handful of people who are.
Oh my God!
I can't get a good. You have to watch the video.
You can still see though that
it's epic.
looking down over. Oh
man.
my God! It's a beautiful forest down to a valleys.
Yeah, and we trekked out this trail right to this nice lookout, and we took poor old Charlie with us, and he
must have been some happy to get back in the car after that, wasn't he?
He slept like a baby. Yeah,
That's a hike.
Oh yeah, it was nice. It was the biggest adventure I've done so far, and like that's sort of zooming in a bit, which it doesn't even look like I'm zoomed in, but that's zooming into the water down the bottom. That's going like rapid.
Down in. It looks like there's a canyon there, is it?
Yeah, that is. It's Levin Canyon.
Wow.
And it was and there's a trail, like the trail we went on. That's the high one that takes you to the highest point. So you park the car at a good spot, and it's a good sort of hour and a bit walking around to get there, probably longer. And then it's there's the circle trail, which you can either go in from the bottom and then go up 670 steps to that spot, or you go into the top and then go down the 600 steps, and then you got another lookout. Then you can even go further to the canyon floor, to the actual water. And yes, thanks, Des. Good to see you. Yeah. Oh, Eddie's on. That's right. Yep. It's good. Thanks for everyone for popping in. And everyone's popping over to see Devil Dog at Devil Dog's channel. And with the 6 people still here, you probably know where that is anyway. So we won't worry about the link. But Devil Dog's on his usual place, usual time. And yeah, if you get a chance to watch an hour of something that I do this week, it'll be lovely to help the watch hours pop along. Yeah, but my hour and a half here today is over. So I'd like to thank you, Al, for popping on, and everyone else, especially Steve there at Sweeney's Creek. He's a lovely guy. I got to do more work with him. I think we hit it. We've got we're a good mix. Sweeney, Steve, and Steve. There you go. I can let that one slip. But yep. Thanks, Des and everybody else. Andy, anyone else who's left in the chat. Especially the police. Good to see you. You know who you are, but good to see you. All right. Well, thanks, Al. Again, as I always say, my hour and a half here is up. This is another Funday Sunday. I think that's what I called it. And did you like the thumbnail? Did you see the thumbnail at all? Check it out if you get it. Check it out, lad.
I think I did. But you know, the way my mind is, it's
we need you. We need you, and I'm like,
yes. The pointing finger.
Yes,
I got it there now.
I need you to watch an hour of my shows. Anyway, that's what I was thinking when I'd done it. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks, Al. Anything to say before we leave?
No, just keep an eye out for my video coming up on Monday. It will be my my Camp Challenge Alliance video, and that is the water one for this month.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that. All right, this is Jonesy. We're signing out. Thanks, everyone.